Hello, everybody. I'm really excited to be here as a proud Cardiffian. As Ian's already said, my name is Mercy Shibemba, and I've lived in Cardiff since I was about 5, having relocated from Spain with the promise of a better life. Now, 5-year-old me wasn't quite convinced that we should trade a life in the sun for what we came to, which was a lot of rain. But I'm really glad that we made that move. I'm going to speak for just a few minutes about the importance of what this action plan can mean for people living with HIV. When I was in school and I had to do Welsh back, I have to say I hated it. I'm really sorry. And part of Welsh back was practicing your presentation skills. And I wanted to do a presentation about my kind of long project, which was on vertical transmission of HIV, because I myself had grown up with HIV. However, part of this was that you had to do the presentation in front of your class, and I just couldn't get myself to that place. And so school had made a special exception for me to just present to my form tutor, and that was only a few years ago that I was so scared to stand up in a room with my peers and share simply some facts on what's going on. Later, I volunteered at what was then the Terrence Higgins Trust Office, and for those of you who've done your provisional driving tests at that centre, it was just next door, so very happy memories of passing first time. I remember wanting to do it for a couple of reasons. In my family, we don't talk about HIV, not very much, maybe more so since I've started being more outspoken and doing work. But really, I wanted to speak to other people in Cardiff who felt like me, who were going through the same experiences as me. And over that week, I met a couple of people that really made me realize that even though we were so different, we really shared so much of the same experiences, and this was down to stigma. This mum came in for some support because she had just had a baby and was really struggling to explain why she had chosen not to breastfeed. And we spent about an afternoon just talking about it, how it made her feel. And I remember leaving that day and thinking, if I ever have children, I don't want to feel that I can't express, the truth about what that means and what that choice means for me. There was also a father who I remember coming in to ask for a grant because he wanted to buy a toaster. That was it. He had fallen on really hard times, and his daughter wanted toast in the morning. Now, living with HIV is really different in this day and age, but actually it crosses over into a lot of experiences that marginalized people have. I'm looking around the room and everybody looks really different to me, and that's not an experience that is uncommon. Whether I've sat in a sexual health clinic at the Royal Infirmary or whether I've been somewhere else, I have felt like I don't fit in. Now, living well with HIV for me means being able to be who you are and being welcomed. I had my sixth form prom just across the water, and I remember talking that night about, we're all going to university, who's going to come back, who isn't? And I remember thinking, I don't think I can come back. There were no support services on offer for people, and I knew that actually my friends in England had a much better deal, with many more support services, easier access to sexual health, contraception, and the likes of it. And so I made the difficult decision not to come home. But I miss summers in Victoria Park with Billy the Seal in the background, skipping school to stay in Llandaff Fields, and all the rest of the great things that come with being Welsh and getting to be a proud Cardiffian. I hope that each of you really consider responding to the consultation and bearing in mind that it will make such a tangible difference. For some, it will be the difference between coming home and being able to be who you truly are. And for others, it might just be a small change, but that change will go a long way.